Hello and welcome to GM-BIST construction. This is Benedict, your instructor. Today we are going to learn how to design our ground beam. Ground beam are usually the beams that carry out the load from the foundation. They are different from our splint beam. Most of the times people tend to replace the ground beam, the foundation beams, to the splint beam. But splint beams are mainly to carry your wall load. So no amount of splint beam can actually serve the purpose of your foundation or your ground beam or your footings. So please, we have to take note of that. When there's a problem, you don't have to introduce your splint beam except the problem is from your cater for your load bearing walls. But when it has to do with the foundation, you see that you go for a different type of foundation design, or you go for your ground beam. So for you to carry out your ground beam, you go to level 0. Then in my own case, I already had my DXF file. In case you don't have your DXF file, you can actually import your DXF file to your Protastructure, so that you have a guide on where to put your ground beam. You can watch some of our tutorial videos. I've actually done videos on how to import your DXF file to all levels during your design in Protastructure. So I will now go to modeling. I will now choose beam. So the thickness of my wall is 225, and then I'm going to use a beam depth of 450 for my foundation design. So I'm going to take it this way to all the boundaries of the wall. Take it this way. Now connect this. I can decide to introduce this one. Take it this way. Okay, let me connect it here. I can now split this one at this point. Okay. So this is how I want my ground beams to be. I've taken care of all my major walls and where my columns are, because these columns are actually going to sit on my ground beam. So in design of this, you can actually introduce your pad together with your ground beam. You introduce your pad and your ground beams will actually sit on your pad. So you can actually do that by setting levels, different levels. In our next video, we'll be working on design of ground beams together with your pad at different level. Your pad will be at level 0, while the ground beam will be at the next level, sitting directly on the pad. So this is just the design. So before you actually carry out this type of design for your ground beam, you must do your analysis, you must do your modeling, and you are sure that your analysis are okay or is okay. Then the next thing, you go to your foundation design. So you now proceed to design. Under design, you go to foundation design. You can see that everything here is cancelled, is checked, it's not yet design. So you go to batch design or beam design, batch model. So I'm going to reselect all bars because there's no bar selected there. I want to select. So it's actually telling me that I need to increase the depth. So okay, this is not adequate. I see I need bar do not fit in the cross section, so I can see edit it. The only thing I need to do is just click on this. I'll select the first beam 1. I'll hold my shift key and select the last. Then I will go to properties and I'll edit them together. So let me increase it to 1 meter. So I'll go to design again. Do not select steel when previous are insufficient. Reselect them. And so that everything I've passed. So all my bars are fitting the sections. So this is how to design. You can actually try increasing the depth of the beam either by 50 by 100, all of that. But in order to not to make our video so long, I decided to increase it to 1 meter. So this is how to design your foundation beam. So we can actually view this in our 3D. Let's actually view it and see how it has been. So this is our ground beam. So in the case of wrapped, we can introduce our wrapped slab at the top with different level, and we can have our apron slab down here. So in our next video, we are going to do a combined video on how to design our ground beams together with our pad foundation. So thank you. I remain Benedict from GM-BIST Construction. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment and share for more of our tutorial videos. Bye.